Welcome back to Hardball. The Hillary haters live on. Longtime opponents of Hillary Clinton made a film that was highly critical of the former senator and wanted to release it on cable TV as an on-demand option and promote it on TV ads during her primary fight for the Democratic nomination last year. Here's one of those advertisements right now.
Who is Hillary Clinton?
She's continually trying to redefine herself and figure out who she is.
At least with Bill Clinton, he was just, good time Charlie. Hillary's got an agenda.
Hillary is really the closest thing we have in America to a European socialist.
If you thought you knew everything about Hillary Clinton, wait till you see the movie. Hillary, the movie, on DVD now.
Okay, the federal government said that film that was advertised there was one big expensive attack advertisement funded by corporate contributions and blocked it under the McCain-Feingold campaign law. But the filmmakers say the ban violated free speech, the First Amendment, and now the case is right before the Supreme Court as we speak. David Bossie is head of Citizens United, and he produced the film Hillary the Movie. You have gotten under the cover here into the very key question. Should the United States government be restricting free political speech? That's what you're arguing, isn't it?
It absolutely is right on point. Should the government be able to ban political speech? The First Amendment is free speech, and it is the First Amendment because the Founding Fathers found it to be the most important. And underneath that, political speech is the most protected of all speech, and that's what we have here.
Now, McCain-Feingold, by most lights, and the reason I thought it was a good idea, it mainly controlled advertising on this media. Basically broadcast and cable television, which basically has to do with public airways. It has to do with the public, what we call public territory, if you will.
But
now, you got outside that box. But you got outside that box. You got this something called on demand. And anybody lucky enough to have that feature, you can push a button and you can say, I want to see. I want to see old movies. I want to see a selected group of movies. I want to pay for some, not pay for others. That's all there. You had your movie listed on that, and what is the court looking at there?
Well, first of all, the Federal Election Commission told us we could not do that. We could not advertise our movie. We could make the movie, which they really want to squelch us from being able to do. We put it in theaters, but they want to say you can't let anyone know it's there. You cannot advertise at all. You can't advertise on the radio. You can't advertise on television. And so we ended up putting the film in book form as well.
And the court ruled the other day, I was listening to the arguments yesterday, and what I think you made your case on is when one of the justices said, if this were a book, would it also be outlawed by McCain-Feingold? And once we think about book burning in this country and banning books, this country says we don't do that here, right? That's where you won your argument.
I think so. And let me tell you this. It was because Justice Kennedy asked that very question. If the content of this film was in book format, to the Deputy Solicitor General of the United States, the government's lawyer, sir, would this be the same if the content was in book form? Would you say, as the government, we should ban this speech? And he said yes. He also said the Kindle, which is the new technology that wasn't even thought of when McCain-Feingold came down, where books come on electronically off satellite, also fall under McCain-Feingold. So they wanted to ban all speech, and that is dangerous, and I think that's where they overstepped.
Let me ask you about your motive. It seems to me that you're a little bit of smiling going on here, David. I know you a little bit. I think from what I've read is you wanted this case.
I did. I've been wanting this case for a long time.
You made this movie for the purpose of testing this law? No, I'm asking you.
That's right, I did. I absolutely did.
You made the movie for the purpose of advertising it on television so that somebody would wave a flag and say that violates McCain-Feingold so that you could push this to the Supremes and get a ruling on the First Amendment aspect.
That is a 100% right. In 2004, Michael Moore made Fahrenheit 9/11. I saw the impact of that film and what documentary film can do in the public discourse when people are paying attention and want information, education.
Well, that was a very entertaining film by a lot of lights. I think a lot of people
ours is as well. You have not seen our film. Ours is an entertaining film as well. It does. Look, forget the content. Is it possible to enjoy this film if you respect Senator Clinton? Absolutely. Look, I watched it. Look, you may not agree with the content.
I'm asking, but could